symbols, IKEA, Volvo, maybe some things you think of whenever we mention Sweden. But seeing as we're not here to talk about a new blend of meat or the latest bookshelf from IKEA, we would have to be talking about Volvo, and more specifically this new S90, which aims to take the Germans on at their own game. Visually, I think it is really handsome, with its clean, chiselled lines and design language that stems from the all-new Volvo XC90. It's great. It looks unique enough not to be mistaken for a competitor, but also quite elegant and clean and not too fussy like a lot of other cars are these days. Its Thor hammerhead LED lights make it very distinguishable as a Volvo, and that nice wide grille, and the chrome around the car, again, makes it feel very premium and very executive. But I think this S90's real crowning glory is its interior. I mean, just look at it. Talk about beautiful Swedish design. It strikes this great balance, and it's a sort of a blend between minimalism but also high quality. The materials all feel really nicely put together. Nothing feels like it's going to fall off. But you've also got a complete lack of clutter that makes the car feel quite airy on the inside, especially with what Volvo call blonde leather. Heading up the centre console is this new portrait large touchscreen infotainment display that's really quite intuitive and very responsive to the touch, which obviously is exactly what you want whenever all of the buttons have been put in there. It's one of the key things to the lack of clutter in the interior. Something else Volvo's always got right are its seats. They're just supportive in all of the right places, not too pinchy when it comes to bolstering, but also not too loose. Plenty of lower back support, and it feels like a seat that you could do hundreds of miles in and not complain about being uncomfortable. Moving rearward, you'll find a bench that seats 3, and the 2 outermost passengers have plenty of head and legroom, which is quite impressive actually for this sort of car. Middle passenger, however, does have restricted legroom thanks to that transmission hump. It also has a good 500 litre boot. So Volvo have ticked the interior and exterior box, but what about how it drives? Because notoriously these sorts of cars really do clock up mega miles. Well, I have to say my initial impressions are that it's a very relaxing car to drive. It's very tranquil. It feels like I'm in no rush to get anywhere, and I think partly due to the comfort of the interior. That's part of it. Yes, there's a little bit of tyre roar from the wheels, but really that's the only intrusion of noise. The diesel engine in this, a 2 litre 190 horsepower unit, is a little bit gruff initially when you get away, but once up to speed it just sort of melts away into the background and becomes just as seamless as all the rest of the workings of this car. And that's paired to this really good 8-speed automatic transmission, which is just totally unflappable. It's not so much cogs and gears that make up this gearbox, but more like butter and honey. It's that silky smooth. And whilst the S90 isn't the fastest car with a 0 to 62 mile an hour time of 8.2 seconds, the 400 Newton meters of torque on offer means that you're sort of whisked along on this invisible wave of torque. And it's really nice. It makes really strong progress when you put your foot down. This car was never designed to be the pinnacle of handling, but it has to be said that the steering weighting is really good, and the car controls its lateral motions quite well through tighter bends. When it comes to getting on with a long haul, the car does exactly that. It gets on with it. There's a feature on here called Pilot Assist, which is a semi-autonomous mode that will take control of the steering and, using the radar-guided cruise control, keep you at a set speed and a safe distance from the car ahead. Volvo claim that this specific car will do 64 mpg and emit just 116 grams per kilometre of CO2. I suppose the big question is, have Volvo taken the fight to the Germans? Do they have something to worry about? And you know what? I think they actually do. Volvo's big push-up market seems to be paying off. And better than just being as good as its competition, you've got that element of everyone else already drives a BMW, Mercedes or Audi. The Volvo's unique. It's very Swedish in its manner, and that's definitely a good thing. It's something that we don't have in this sector.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for all of the latest and greatest cars to hit the road. For breaking news and written reviews, visit www.insidelane.co.uk.